Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. This is your history teacher Manzoor Ahmed from HS Kashlu. So today I am going to deliver an offline lecture for class 10 students from subject social science, and our topic will be the French Revolution and the idea of nation. The idea of nation. As you have already completed chapter number 3, that is the global world, and let us start from the chapter number 1 today. And in this chapter number 1, we have already discussed some basic concepts of nation, nationalism, and Frédéric Sorio's utopian vision of society. So today we will be discussing this much important topic, very much important topic. It's also asked in exams, that the question will be asked in this topic, that what were the steps which French revolutionaries took in order to create the sense of collectiveness among the people of among the people of France. So we will look at these steps, at these measures which were adopted by these French revolutionaries in order to create such identity. But first of all, we will recall about the French Revolution of 1789. This French Revolution of 1789, it was a clear message, clear expression which came from France, clear expression of nationalism, what we can say. It was a clear expression of nationalism. So nationalism, if we talk about nationalism, the idea of nationalism, it actually emerged from French Revolution of 1789, then it developed in other European countries. So what happened after French Revolution? This French Revolution, there are very many changes in France. After the revolution, we can see some political and constitutional changes. These political and constitutional changes led to the transfer, first of all, it led to the transfer of sovereignty from monarch to a body of French citizens. Earlier on, as we are well aware about the fact that France, which was a well-defined territory, it was ruled by a monarchy, an autocratic monarchy, in fact, by Louis XVI. But after French Revolution, the political and constitutional change that took place in France, it transfers this sovereignty, this power of the state, from monarchy to the body of active citizens. Now, what happened? This revolution also proclaimed that now it is the people of the France that would shape, that would create the nation, that would shape its destiny as well. Now, what steps these French revolutionaries took in order to create this national idea among the people of these France? So let us discuss one by one. So first major, or we can say practice, or we can say first step that these French revolutionaries took in order to create the idea of nationalism, in order to create the idea of sense of collective belongingness, it was the idea of la patrie. So what was this la patrie? Actually, this la patrie, it is a French word. It is a French word. If we translate it into English, it means fatherland. So first step, first idea which was created among the people of France by these French revolutionaries, it was the idea of la patrie, meaning fatherland, and similar to that word, les citoyens, another French word which means citizen. So the idea of law patrie and the idea of law patrie meaning fatherland and le citoyen meaning citizens. What these words? Why these words were brought in front of the people? Because these were brought in front of the people to create a notion that every citizen of France living in these French territories, they are equal. They should enjoy equal rights under a uniform laws, under some uniform laws. So this was the first step. That is the law patrie and le citoyen. Now, another step that French revolutionaries took in order to create this nationalism, that was a new French flag. A new French flag that was of tricolor, vertical tricolor. It was chosen to replace the royal flag. Earlier on, there was a royal flag under Louis XVI, and that very royal flag, it was replaced by a new French flag that was tricolor. So it was the second step. What was it? A new French flag, tricolor, was chosen to replace a royal flag. Okay? Now, third step and one of the most important steps which these French revolutionaries taken during their revolutionary period was States General, which was generally elected by the first state, by the people of first state and the people of second state, was now elected by the common citizens of the France. And when it was elected by the common citizens of the France, it was renamed as National Assembly. So, States General was elected by the body of active citizens, and these active citizens renamed this States General as National Assembly. New hymens were taken. New hymens were there. Actually, these new hymens, these means some patriotic songs were sung by these revolutionaries, just like this song which is famous as the French, which later on became the French national anthem, was Marseillaise, which was sung at Marseille, a famous city of France, which was sung at that time, and that Marseillaise and a national song that later on became the national anthem. So new hymns were sung, new oaths were taken. Oaths, यानी कसमें खा गई, खाने लगे ये लोग. Martyrs commemorated, शहीदों को याद किया गया. All in the name of nation. ये सब किसके लिए? Nation के लिए, अपनी कौम के लिए. इसके अलावा at center, a centralized administrative system was adopted. These were the changes which took place after French Revolution of 1789. A centralized administrative system was adopted, was made, and this centralized administrative system was created for formulating the uniform laws of all. Now, this administrative system would henceforth make the laws which will be equal for all people living in France. So, internal custom duties and customs were abolished. So, what happened earlier on? There were some custom duties which were imposed on the traders or merchants, we can say. When a merchant or a trader moves from one region to another region, he was supposed to give some taxes which was imposed on the goods which he was traveling with him. These taxes, these duties were called as custom duties or custom dues. But what happened after French Revolution? All these custom duties or custom dues were abolished. were abolished. Now, a merchant or a trader was free from one region to another region for his commercial benefit. Uniform system of weights and measures. These weights and measures also differ, also vary from one region to another region. So what was happening? When a merchant, when a trader was traveling from one region to another region, from one state to another state, we are talking about France, he had to face many difficulties in buying and selling the goods, because the weights were different, measures were also different. Units of these measures and weights were different in different regions. So what happened? All these weights and measures, which were different in different areas, in different regions, they were made uniform. Now, in all the regions, there would be same weights and same measures. Same weights and same measures. But one thing we must remember here, the metric system, the system of units and measures, which we use it in day-to-day life today, this metric system was first founded in France. Remember that point, in 1791. This metric system, which we use it in day-to-day life, in our commercial business, in our commercial trade, it was first adopted, it was founded in France in 1791. 1791. So, moving forward, France, there were many languages which were spoken. We can say some regional dialects, some regional languages. All these regional languages were discouraged, and the language which was written and spoken in Paris, the capital city of France, and that very language was French. The French language, which was written and spoken in Paris, the capital city of France, that was made as the common language. That was made as the common language. We can say that regional dialects were discouraged and the French became the common language. The French became the common language. Now, these were some steps which were taken by these French revolutionaries in order to create this sense of collective belongingness among the people of the France. Now, when the revolution occurred in 1789, this movement did not end in 1789, but these French revolutionaries, they thought it as a mission, it as their mission, that it's not end, it's just a beginning. We have to put our campaign forward, we have to bring our movement forward. In other European countries, we have to free people, we have to liberate these people who are under despotism, who are under different multi-dynastic rule. So they made their mission to create these ideas, which we discussed in France, create these ideas in other European nations, like Italy, like Germany, like Belgium, like Switzerland, like Holland, etc., etc. So, when they proclaimed this campaign, this movement, they were welcomed, they were joined by some students, by some educated middle class, and when these people joined these French revolutionaries for their mission, they formed some clubs. And the club which French revolutionary formed with the help of the students and other educated middle class people, that club was known as Jacobin clubs. Now, it was a mission, and the aim of the Jacobin club was to create this nationalism, the feeling of nationalism which occurred in France, which emerged in France, in other European countries, to liberate the people which are under oppression, or we can say suppression. So that was all about this topic which we discussed, the French Revolution and the idea of nation. So what we see in this topic, first this French Revolution, it was the clear expression of nationalism. So later on, we discussed some steps which French revolutionaries undertook during this revolutionary period in France. Later on, these French revolutionaries made their mission to spread these ideas in other European states. So I hope you would have understood the things very well. Try to recapitulate what we discussed here at your homes. This question, it is very much important. It may be asked in the upcoming exams, maybe of 5 marks. So that was all from today. Allah Hafiz.